73 million jobs will be lost between now and 2030 as a result of artificial intelligence, 3D printing.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
I was talking to our tribe members yesterday on our stock talk, and we got into artificial intelligence, and we were discussing what is the net effect going to be relative to artificial intelligence, and will it be good or will it be bad? And I shared with them that I believe it's going to be a great thing. One of the things it's going to change in my life is dealing with customer service agents. You know what I'm talking about. When you call up, whether it be your bank or your Spectrum service, and they say, well, who do you want to talk to, in a recorded voice, push button 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 6. You push number 3 because your internet isn't coming through, and they say, well, you got the wrong department. Let me change you. And again, you go back on hold. You know what I'm talking about. And it's because there are 6 different departments, and then there are 4 different people within those departments that don't know the answers for each other's questions. But what if there was one person that knew all the answers to all the questions and could give you the immediate answer that you needed? Well, that's ChatGPT. That's what it is. It has all that data. It has all the questions that have ever been asked in its memory. And so it then has an immediate answer. And it's one computer. And it doesn't require vacations. It doesn't require a 401k or a health care or anything of that nature. And there are 73 million jobs in the United States that fall into that category that can be eliminated. So, is that inflationary or deflationary? Well, let's talk about AT&T. Let's assume of those 73 million, they have 300,000 of them. And what if they could get rid of 300,000 employees just like that? By taking a program that is available to them through whomever that can create the database to answer every question that anybody might consider asking. And then if a question is asked that they don't know, it builds the database even further. Is that profitable? Would that bring profits to the bottom line of AT&T or Spectrum or whomever? On the other hand, would it bring profits to the top line for Microsoft and Google and Amazon, who own the data? I think it would. So is that inflationary or deflationary? Companies' expenses are going down. Companies' profits are going up. My cost that's then reflected in my cost to use those services. I think that's deflationary. So how far away is that? I would say within the next 2-3 years. So if I'm an investor and I know that these big behemoth companies who have spent all this money on customer service are going to wipe that part off of their balance sheet, do I invest in them? Or do I say, holy crap, this market is going to crash because of inflation, because of higher interest rates? That all is a result of the pandemic. That is all as a result of the money supply being pushed into the market and stock prices being escalated. Well, they're down 35% now. Is that enough? Should they go down to 50? I don't know. But what I do know is that 73 million jobs in the United States are going to be eliminated as a result of OpenAI, ChatGPT, and then you throw in 3D printing and you throw in robotics. Come on, that's deflationary. Now, that creates another problem. What happens to our consumer base? What happens to these 73 people who don't have a job? Well, they better learn how to use ChatGPT or how to service robots or 3D printers. It's a change in our world. Has this ever happened before? Hell yes, it's happened before. It happens every 50 years. But now we are changing more rapidly. We were introduced to the World Wide Web in 1998, and now we all have it. There it is. We all have one of these. I was standing in a line of 50 people this morning waiting for, I'll tell you about that another time, and I turned around and everybody on the line was looking at their phone. That wasn't here 40 years ago. I mean, the world is changing. And if you believe that the stock market is going to tank even more because of inflation and because of higher interest rates, then pull your money out now and go into the bond market. Hell, you can get 4% on a one-year bond. That's better than losing if you believe that Amazon's going to lose 10% in the next year. Or AT&T or whatever. Go get your 4%. But trust me, once we get this money supply issue put behind us, this market's going crazy because of the technology that's coming down the pipeline as a result of artificial intelligence. It is going to change our medical industry like you don't understand. I have this thing. See, that's all the higher I can raise my little finger. Can you see that? It's called something contracture. What I'm going on March 6th to the doctor, and she's going to tell me, I've Googled this, that there's 3 ways to take care of this. What it is on my tendon in there. It's gotten some residue or something. It's a genomic disease that I have, and it's like my tendon is a rubber band, and it's pulling that rubber band down, and so I can't raise their finger. So they have 2 chemical treatments, injections, and then they have surgery. I've never been cut on before other than my eyelids, so I doubt if I'm going to take the surgery. So I'm going to go to this doctor, and she's probably got 6 years, 8 years of education, and she's probably got another 15 years of practice, and she's going to tell me what I should do, okay? But I'm still relying on her knowledge, her alone knowledge. What if she had ChatGPT and she could go in and it was connected to the internet? It currently is not. You need to know that. And she could say, hey, this is what's happening with Kerry. Take a picture of it, look at it, show it. And now the knowledge of the world is available from the day of Adam and Eve until 1 minute ago to answer what should Kerry do about his contracture on his finger. That's where we're going. So I look at that and say, and that's going to be efficient. It's going to be, I know then I've got the right answer. And this is going to go through all of our economy. So I'm a long-term investor. What does that mean? That means the money that I have invested right now, I do not have a current need for it. That is to say, it does not make Nita and I's life any worse if it goes down. And as long as I believe that eventually artificial intelligence, machine learning, genome sequencing, genomics, robotics, 3D printing is going to change this world and make it a better place and a more efficient place and make these companies work more efficiently and more profitable, then that's where I want my money. Now, on the other hand, if I have to take my required minimum distribution and spend it in order to pay the electric bill and put food on the table, well, then maybe I need to be in bonds right now. Okay, and get a 4% return and not put in jeopardy my money. Now, on the other hand, if I'm 23 years old and I'm starting a Roth IRA, now is the time I want to be buying. I want to be buying as fast as I can because I know, because what I just shared with you, that this economy is going to get much more efficient. Now, if you're a customer service representative, or if you're working in a job that can be replaced by a robot, you need to look for another kind of work. I mean, that's just common sense. That if again, I'll ask you, what's the most irritating thing that you have to do in your life right now? And that's deal with a customer service representative on a telephone. Is that make some motivation to get rid of them? Is it motivation for the company that employs them to recognize it's an inefficiency, it's a sore on the side of their face of their company that people have to deal with this? Does it make sense to get rid of that cost of doing business? Hell yes, it does. So it will happen. Now, I just watched a video where Elon Musk is saying this could be the death of all of us. Well, Elon, I know you're younger than me. You don't probably remember they said exactly that same thing about the internet. This will destroy our country. This will destroy the morals of our country. Well, there's some truth to that, but we've survived it, and we will survive it. Okay? Again, this is where we're going. Recognize it, and then look at your risk and reward tolerance, but know for a fact that this stock market is only going to go in one direction. Once we get through the damage that was done as a result of the coronavirus and the free money that was put into our system, that we've got to work out. We've got to get it out, and it's going to be gotten out by higher interest rates and inflation. Once that's done, get ready. Here it comes. It's a train that you can't stop, Elon. This is artificial intelligence, and it's going to change every aspect of our world. All right. I'm excited about it. I just hope I live long enough to see the total benefits of it. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. I'm quite sure.